What's up, guys? ACB Group here with a new pistol, the Glock 43X. Now, I was running the Glock19 Gen 5 for the most part of this year, and I gotta say, just carrying this every day got pretty heavy. I think I don't mind it on while I'm at work. Do a lot of night shifts in the streets, so could be potentially hazardous. I think it is more tolerable, especially with long pants and but I'm thinking something for the summer and something for daytime where I want to be wearing shorts and just maybe one layer. This I think is perfect for that. So here it is, Glock 43X. Comes with two 10-round magazines. Now, I am aware that Glock has come out with the new 15-round magazine. However, I did not get that with this Glock 43X MOS. I don't know when they're going to be releasing it, but I would definitely love to have that. For now, I do have the PSA Micro Dagger magazine. Shout out to PSA for having these, and I picked it up on a Black Friday sale last year actually, which was pretty nice. So, I mean, if you compare, that's pretty much flush fit. So the OEM 15-round magazines, I heard it's a little bit farther. It's not a flush fit. So, not sure how you feel about that, but that's what that is. So, out of the box, I will notice that it is a little stiff to get this, and it is clear, right? Even to push this down, it's a little. Yeah, you see it takes, now with, I don't know if it's easier with a magazine, it might be easier with a empty, of course. It's still a little, so the trick is that I will do this while, I'll rack the slide while releasing the slide release. That seems to work pretty good. Now, of course, with, actually, let's get a, dummy round. Dummy round, snap cap, whatever you want to call it. Right. By the way, if you didn't know how to use this, right, you can only use it this way. You can't use it the other way. Doesn't make sense, right? If you don't know, here's how to do it. Push it down, place it here. And there you go. Then you rinse and repeat. Push it down, put your next bullet there. So snap cap. I don't know if it makes it easier, but oh, yeah, it's tough. We'll have to break this in. Right, might have to do this. This might be easiest. So now let's see if how that press check feels. Okay, much easier, right? So with a round in there, that press check is going to be so much easier. It's much easier to do this, the 2-finger method, versus this thing. Yeah, this is a little tougher. Of course in the Glock19, it's much easier. Hold on. Of course on the Glock19, it's much easier. Let's clear this as well. It is safe and clear. Right. Much easier. much easier. Of course, again, easier with the snap cap. So, but this is about the 43X. Again, why I picked this, much thinner. We can do a quick comparison here. But first, again, if you're curious what's included, you got the lock, you got your cleaning brush here, you got your rod, cleaning rod, right? And I think you do something like this. You can clean the barrel with this. Pretty basic stuff. You got your manuals and all that. This is talking about the MOS system. It does include a Torx wrench, so you can get it off, right? This is your MOS system. I do intend to put a O-sight optic on here. Gotta love the price on the O-sight. And if you don't believe in the O-sight, check out Short Tony's review of the O-sight versus Holosun. I'm convinced that O-sight is the new Holosun. O-sight is perfectly fine, you know, but I'll have to see for myself. Worst case, if I don't like it, I'll sell it. I can always give it to my son, right? So, but do love this Holosun. I believe it's a 407C on my Glock19. So, but yeah, let's get this box out of the way. So now we're going to compare the Glock19 and the Glock 43X. You can see the barrel on the Glock19 is longer. If you are looking at just in terms of thickness, you will definitely see the obvious difference between the thickness of the double stack Glock 19 and the Glock Slimline series, in this case the 43X. If you are looking at the length of the grip, you can see that the length of the grip is exactly the same. Now, if you're carrying appendix, this might matter more, especially if you're trying to conceal it. I usually wear it on the 12:30, 1 o'clock-ish. So, hold on. So this is my, okay, you can see a little bit of my waist here. So this is my waist. It's gonna be right there, right? Not here, right there. And I find it is concealable. Although I've yet to have this as my EDC because I just bought it. So I will probably make another video on the comparisons of different clothing and such. So, but yeah, back to, let's see, I don't know what else we can compare here. They're both ambidextrous. Wait a minute, this is not an ambi. I really would like to see a Gen 6, so to speak, of the Glock 43X with the nice Gen 6 stippling. And of course, an accelerator cut over here. But here's what I found. When I do grip, and now I will admit it's taken me only until recently that I've learned how to properly grip a pistol. I think I was doing stuff like this. You see that gap? Yeah, we don't want that gap. I might have, been lower, or I don't know. I was doing weird things for too many years. It wasn't until recently I gripped the gun properly, and I hope you can see that. I hope you can see I'm doing it properly. So before I bought this, I thought, hey, maybe I need an accelerator cut, or maybe like a gas pedal or whatever, thumb rest, whatever you want to call it. So now, as I'm holding this without any lights on it, when you see Glock 19. If I'm holding it here, there's really nothing to, this is where I would love to have an accelerator cut on the Glock 19. But if I were to hold this down, boom, the light would come out, right? I suppose, I don't know if it's a thing with some people might be putting their thumb like just right here and the light's not going off. I don't know if that's a thing or not. But here's what I discovered that I had no idea about. This rail, this empty rail with no flashlight, could serve as a thumb rest. As for the other side, it could serve as an indexing point for when your finger is not on the trigger. So, something to think about or consider. So, I didn't think about that. I also have seen some people do this. I think, was it John Lavelle from, what's his brand called? Did he do something like this? I don't know, because if I pull the trigger, it's kind of too weird. It's kind of too weird for me. But yeah, I'm not gonna do that. So another thing I'm gonna be looking forward to be doing is just taking this to the flat range and comparing accuracy. I would also like to do a side-by-side video of these two guns and how you will see that muzzle flip when I'm shooting it, you know, setting up the camera on the side. But yeah, totally looking forward to carrying this as an EDC. Is that a stovepipe? And yeah, I'm also curious about the accuracy of these PSA dagger mags. Not so much accuracy, but reliability. So I wouldn't mind going through quite a few rounds with this PSA dagger mag, because I do intend on this to be my primary magazine, because it does hold at 15 rounds. And I think this is the best solution if you don't have the Glock OEM magazines yet, because it does not require you to have a metal mag release like the Shield Arms does. So, and of course this could be my secondary backup magazine. Now as far as weight goes, it doesn't feel that much heavier than a 10 round mag. It's pretty minimal, the weight, I'd say, you know. But if you compare it, let's say, okay, we got a 15 round mag in here, right? I'm not gonna load one in the chamber, don't get too excited. And we've got, it's empty. Okay. Making sure this is empty. We've got 15 rounds in both guns. This one also does not have an optic or a light, so it's kind of an unfair comparison, but this feels significantly heavier than the Glock 19 feels significantly heavier than the Glock 43X. I will say that. If you are truly curious about the weight, got a scale right here. All right. So again, fully loaded Glock 19, 15 round magazine with a Streamlight TLR 7X and a Holosun 47C. Now again, I wish I didn't have all these accessories so I can truly compare it, but that is the reality of my situation. I do carry it in this configuration. And it's zeroed. Okay, you know what? My scale died. Forget about it. Anyways, I will just tell you that there's a huge difference as far as the weight goes. And I just can't wait to carry this every day. I will be getting a holster coming in tomorrow, I believe. And it's just a regular holster. regular inside the waistband holster, no light, no optic. I don't intend to get a light or optic for it until later this year, or maybe in a few weeks or a few months time, not sure. But you know, my priority is not to spend more money on this, because I already just did spend money on this. My priority is just to carry this every day and have that lighter setup. I might even still carry this for work, and I might still just only carry this for daytime, you know, being out with the family, stuff like that, you know, where I'm not prioritizing a full-size handgun, with the light being an advantage at night as well. And this is the holster I use for the Glock19. I don't know if you're curious. Raptor. I'm not sure if I did a video on this, but I may do a video on that as well. But yeah, just a real quick comparison, and of course unboxing of the 43X.